Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. So for today's reading, I just have several decks of tarot and I'm just going to be pulling to see whatever messages come through. Pile number 1 is going to be this Milky Quartz. Pile 2 is going to be this Rose Quartz. Pile 3 will be Tiger's Eye. Excuse me. And pile 4 will be Obsidian. So choose whichever pile or deck or crystal you feel most guided to. More than one is always fine. And I'll see what your reading loves. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this Milky Quartz as well as this deck right here, then you are at the right pile. I'm going to start off by pulling an overall energy, overall situation, overall whatever. If it resonates with you, then you know that this is your pile. Pile number 1, please. Oh, there's 2 cards. Oh, I gotta cover that other thingy up. It is the Stars and the 9 of Swords. Well, damn. These are like opposite energies. One of them is like really like, I'm hearing from Toy Story, reach for the stars. And then there's this like all this anxiety, like chaos. I guess you're having chaos in regards to something that you really are dreaming for. So you're like, yes, I surrendered to the universe. As you see her here, she's like surrendering to the universe. Just bathe me in your abundance and blessings. And then the reality, expectation versus reality. The reality is it's fucking chaos, and trying to get your dreams is not all ethereal and bathing in the universe's waters as you thought it would be. Alright, so if that resonates with you, then you are at the correct reading. If not, then just ignore my nonsense and find a different pile, perhaps. Alright, I don't know why it started shifting, but let me pull some cards for pile number 1 and see what we got. We have the Moon. Does not surprise me. What else? Pile number 1. I just realized I'm supposed to move that out of the way. Okay. Oh, we got the Knight of Wands making an appearance. Did the Knight of Wands come out in the other one? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles came out in pile 2. Ooh, I just exposed myself for recording pile number 2 first. What is going on? The Moon, the 3 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, the 4 of Wands. What else? The Hierophant. One more. Oh, yeah. Pile number 1. I'm so glad I recorded pile number 2 first, because I can already tell that this one's going to be like, what is going on here? I'm going to get sweaty. I already know it. Alright, I'm going to sit with this. Okay, pile number 1, I'm going to clarify these 2 cards. Well, actually, all the swords. Clarify the 6 of Swords, please. Clarify the 6 of Swords. Oh. 7 of Cups. Clarify the Princess of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Clarify the 3 of Swords. Princess of Wands. Okay. Parts of this are making sense to me, but then other parts aren't. Okay, so I'm just gonna like start and see if the rest fills in. If not, I'll just pull more cards. All right, so we have the moon here, and then originally I had it like this, right? So the moon and the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords replicates the energy of the Nine of Swords. When I said that there was chaos, yeah, sure enough, there's fucking chaos going on. It's typically seen as heartbreak, right? The Three of Swords is just feeling very wounded in the worst ways of all. Like, if you get stabbed with the Three of Swords, which always are depicted in, excuse me, ew, I'm gross, in all those directions. If you got stabbed with three swords in these directions, like, they are intended to kill, okay? They want to hit all your main organs. They want to hit your heart, your spinal nerves, and all that good stuff. So it's something that's deeply, like, felt. The Three of Swords energy cannot be escaped. This is instant death, okay? But in this case, I don't know what it's giving me. It's giving me this, like, with all of these birds here, and birds within the connection, or within our connection with the spiritual realm, with our higher self, with higher vibrations, with whatever you want to call it, okay? With all of these three birds symbolizing that connection to the higher realm, I would say that these three swords that you are experiencing, and it may be something that you're experiencing like within, like it's not like an exterior event that is causing like something that's very obvious, like a loss of a job or a betrayal, something like that, okay? That would obviously cause that Three of Swords energy. In this case, with the moon energy above it, it feels like something that's very hidden. So could be something that resurfaced. There's her reflection here in the moon energy, so something that resurfaced. Okay, you're gonna know. You're gonna know where it's coming from. But in this case, with, like I said, that spiritual connection, I really feel that it's almost like on purpose, like these things that you are either resurfacing or experiencing, it is for a higher purpose, whatever that means. Whether it means that there's going to be some spiritual growth, whether it means that there's going to be like some profound lesson learned or knowledge or wisdom that comes from this experience, something that's meant to be, as much as that sucks, right? That the spiritual realm would be plotting against you to have this resurface or whatever it is, in order for, like, there's something to be paid attention to in what it is that you're experiencing. There's more than meets the eye, okay? So for some of you with the Princess of Wands here, what is going on with my throat? I don't even know. Give me a second. Right. The Knight of Wands here came out in pile 2, which I exposed myself. But the Knight of Wands is that flighty energy, like rushes in. It feels like something that happened very suddenly, and it's like very unexpected. This could be what caused this situation to resurface. Something in this situation reflected perhaps like prior, like it triggered. I always use that word, so I feel like I overuse it, but I mean, that's what it is. It triggered something. I don't know what to tell you, pile number 1. with the Princess of Wands here, and she's just like standing here waiting, almost like she got like stood up, which doesn't surprise me because they say that the Knight of Wands is that really flighty energy, like hot, cold here, one moment, disinterested the next, nowhere to be found. Maybe that's something that you experienced that triggered, is this flighty energy, like I'm into you, I'm not into you. We're hot. We're hot one day, we're cold the next day, literally. Yeah, she's disappointed. She's disappointed here, waiting on something that never came. She's even holding that rose in her hand, like perhaps like promise unfulfilled, something like that. I mean, that would explain why the triggered energy is there. Regardless of it, there's a Four of Wands here. Okay, so the Four of Wands is indicative of happiness, fulfillment, success, reaching goals, attaining happiness on another level, right? In this case, it's like this tree house, something that's very grounded, something. Maybe that's where this Three of Swords energy is coming from. It's like there was this unfulfilled promise or unfulfilled hope, something that was within you that maybe you never even communicated or acknowledged, really, like a subconscious hope that you had for attaining the Four of Wands vibe, you know. There's this like dad who's building this tree house for his daughter, and she is like the happiest little kid. There's just gratitude, you know. A beautiful little tree house with the windows open with like little hearts representing love on the little windows. So, like, that's fucking cute. I don't know who you would be to not think that that would be a cute ass thing to do or a cute thing to have. Yeah, I feel like that's something that you deeply desire. The Hierophant here. Why is it going blurry? Explain yourself, phone. What's going on? Yeah, I don't know how long it was blurry, but I apologize for that. I am at a floor meditation table, so my legs get all achy, and then I just move shit. The Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant, tells me that part of this dream that you are trying to manifest with the original energy that came up, a big part of this is to have something very stable, to have something perhaps traditional. The Hierophant always confuses me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he always gives me a different ass vibe, like in every single deck. And I know, like, his traditional meaning is that, like, old school tradition, like doing things the right way. Like, how is that, like, at least in, you know, my family, which is Catholic, like, you ask the father for permission to marry the daughter, and then you go through the church and you do your, like, classes and all that stuff, and it's just, like, very, like, doing what's expected of you based on, like, familial culture. Okay, so maybe that's something that you want, or maybe just necessarily just kind of like the idea of having something stable and traditional, which is intended to be like out of respect or out of the intention to show the effort for how much, you know what I mean? Like, for the commitment, in other words. And then we have this other ass energy that I was confused about in the beginning. I'm so over time. I'm gonna have to cut one or two of the other piles short. The Six of Swords is moving away energy, okay? And he's like sneaking away in the midst of the night. Seven of Cups is options, like having a plethora of options when it comes to things that could potentially bring in emotional fulfillment. So maybe moving towards options. I don't know. You're gonna have to solve that mystery on your own, because that could be what it is. Like, I just don't see how it connects, but maybe that's like an action you're currently taking, is like fleeing in the middle of the night from whatever situation is causing you all this anxiety, and just like exploring what's out there when it comes to what could bring you emotional fulfillment, perhaps, versus this energy that felt hot cold. The Princess of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. The Princess of Swords, in this case, she's just like someone not to be messed with, okay? Like, she's locked and loaded with weapons. Yeah. She's got an icy fortress. She's got a cannon ready to go. And she's on the lookout for something. She's on the lookout for anybody trying to come at her sideways, if you will. Like, make one wrong step near my kingdom and I will shoot one of my many cannons at you. Or perhaps maybe just this side dagger that I carry. You're feeling very defensive. If 100% makes sense, pile number one, because of the energy that you're going through is not, it's not lighthearted energy, especially with these Three of Swords also. So understandably defensive. I feel like you're holding your energy back with this Four of Pentacles. You're just like, no, this is my pearls and my gold, and I will not share my golden energy or my time or my anything with anyone, okay? Damn. Yeah, I feel like this is probably all current energy. Exploring something separate from what you've experienced, which is causing you chaos, and also just being very defensive and like kind of closed off to sharing yourself or whatever it is that you find most valuable within yourself. Yeah, you're not sharing that with anybody. That's what I got for you. Let me get you advice. I hope that resonated. I feel like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop. I was about to say, I feel like I was all over the place, but when am I not? When am I not? That's the real question. All right, advice for pile number one, please. Please give me advice for pile number one. All right, what do we got? Cat Spirit, claim your independence. I love this. I love Cat Spirit. I feel like part of me is Cat Spirit, but part of me is like Dragon Spirit. Cat Spirit, claim your independence. Yeah, cats don't need anyone. Yeah, that's your energy. Yes, that is your energy. Remember I said, like, moving away, you're just like, I'm just going to explore. I'm going to explore to see what else is over here, because I've already seen what's over here and it's not fun. And then with, like I said, like being on the lookout, yeah, she's got her dagger. She's ready to like swipe and claw anybody who comes at her sideways. Like, watch out. And then, like, yeah, I don't need anyone. I'm fun and happy and independent over here all on my own. Okay, so now that Cat Spirit's here, I don't feel so like, oh, poor pile number one. Like, no, you're good. You got this. All right, please subscribe. If you're about this cat and how cute he is, click subscribe. Just kidding. Like, comment if it resonated. Let me know how it resonated. Yeah, shoot some good vibes my way. I could definitely use that. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number two. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this deck right here, as well as this little rose quartz sphere, then you are at your correct reading. I'm going to pull an overall, and if it resonates with your current energy, current situation, or if it just resonates in general, then you know that you are at the right pile. Alright, pile number two. Overall energy and message for pile number two. probably should have done this before I started recording. Pile number 2. No. I'm going to look at it, but I'm not going to take it. It is the 6 of Pentacles. So a message for somebody about trying to get balanced in their connections, reciprocation. Ooh, we have the Empress. Okay. I'm sold. This is my pile. Just kidding. I actually did start recording pile number 2 first on purpose because I always take it as kind of a personal reading. Usually it resonates. Alright, so pile number 2, the Empress energy. If you are embodying the Empress energy, what does this mean? You are in your feminine energy, which means that your predominant energy is that of nurturing, that of receiving, that of receiving in a way that's sort of trusting that the universe provides for you, really being in tune with your body, being in tune with your emotional body as well, like your emotions, intuition, creation, yeah, all that good stuff. If that resonates with you, then this is your reading. Let me grab something. I always say let me grab something, and I always end up grabbing the exact same thing from the bowl. The bowl of rocks and crystals that I carry on the side here. Okay, we're doing this. That's what we're doing. Empress energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what cards come out. I'm going to start off with 3 messages for pile number 2, please. The Lovers came out. It's in reverse, and I feel guided to take reversals today, just this minute. Okay, give me 2 more, please. Clarify this. Yeah, I'm taking those 2. All right. We have the Lovers in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. I am going to clarify everything. Clarify the Lovers in reverse for me. Clarify the Lovers in reverse, please. Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And the Sun. 10 of Wands. Okay. I'm going to sit with this energy for just a second. Alright, loves. So, I'm going to take this as where it is that you're energetically focused, and this is what you're currently experiencing, okay? So, in regards to the Lovers in reverse, obviously, we know what the Lovers is. It's usually that really deep spiritual soulmate, soul connection pull to another person. It doesn't have to be a person, though. It could just be something that makes you feel really pulled into making some sort of life-changing choice in which your heart is really invested in. With it coming out in reverse, meaning this is something that has not yet manifested for you. Underneath that, we have the Knight of Wands to clarify. So that tells me that the situation, when it comes to this connection or the situation, has not stabilized. Knight of Wands is usually seen as the energy that's very flighty. So how do you experience flighty energy? It just feels really hot, cold. It's in, it's out. It feels very convincing 1 second, and then all of a sudden you're questioning yourself. Was like, did I imagine that? Was that an illusion? Because I'm sure I felt this person's attention on me. And then all of a sudden they seem very uninterested. That sort of energy, okay? That's what this is giving me right here. With the Knight of Pentacles here is wanting something more stable versus the Knight of Wands. Like I said, the connection or the situation is very unstable. But there's the will to ground it with this pentacle energy to be something that's more stable. However, this is something that will then be delayed because the pentacles is earth, slower moving energy. But there's the acknowledgement of this. I feel like you have the full awareness that if you want something more stable, it's going to need more to take more time. The Eight of Swords down here tells me that there's this like very obvious stuck energy. He's blinded as he is in the... I'm trying to see if he's in the snow. You can't really tell. I thought for a second he was in the snow, but that would have just told me like this really like feeling cold, isolated. But in this case, there's a lot of fire. So perhaps it's the exact opposite. It's just this person is this person or this situation feels like it's eager to move forward. That's what fire energy is typically associated with, is like movement towards something. It gives a bunch of energy, but with the Eight of Swords, as we know, is very stuck energy, but like self-imposed stuck energy. So if this is a connection, this is the two of you. I would say it's mutual. Like having a lot of fire and wanting to create something with each other, but then mind, fears, doubts creates lack of movement, creates the inability to take action on those feelings. If it's a situation, same thing, something that you're very passionate about and definitely are eager to attain. However, the mind takes control and creates a barrier from moving towards it. Okay, so same thing, fears, doubts, insecurities, whatever it could be. Okay. One second. All right. So then we move along over here to this Ace of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles. And what this tells me is there's sort of been like a discarding of some sort. And it sort of feels like, no, it could be the same energy. All right. I was getting two different things. So one message could be in regards to career, because pentacles are associated with the money, right? Financial status. So it being in reverse, I was getting that for some of you had to walk away or leave behind or abandon altogether, turn your back against something that you had taken time, but invested time, energy, effort into something that was bringing financial. It was bringing in finances and building stability in there, but it wasn't bringing emotional fulfillment. It is a rainy card, which typically the Eight of Pentacles is not seen as like something gloomy or whatever. This one kind of gives me that little gloomy feel, as well as it's in reverse. So that tells me that it was something that was emotionally unfulfilling that you had to leave behind. Now, if it's not career for you, because we do have the Ace of Pentacles, that's what I'm saying, something that was left behind so that there's a fresh, solid start on something. I mean, look at this big ass pentacle, you know what I mean? Something that's big, something that's very like, it feels like a full picture, something that's whole and fulfilling, okay? If that's not career for you, then that could also connect to this lover's connection here that you were trying to manifest for yourself. Doesn't have to even be, I'm getting for some of you, it's not even a specific person. Like you just have this idea of what it is you want, and you've not been able to launch this manifestation with anybody. Like, you've just not brought the right person into your energetic field or not experienced them quite yet, okay? But like I said, leaving behind old patterns perhaps of, or relationships, cutting old ties, things that you had invested into but did not bring emotional fulfillment. My tongue's gonna start doing the thing where it gets in the way. It's giving me 8 of Cups vibes, like where you invest into but does not bring a return investment. So this could be like a lot of disappointing experiences when it comes to unbalanced experiences as well, when it comes to previous romantic situations or whatever. Then we move along to the Sun. So this is the goal, right? The end game. This is what you're energetically focused on, which has been, I think it came out in yesterday's. I can't remember. I've been doing so much readings lately. Not only on YouTube, but like personal. They're all like sort of meshing together at the moment. The Sun card is that, ooh, look, she's giving me Empress vibes too, because she's got the babies. Just bright, beautiful, fulfilled, comfort, joy. Yeah. Ooh, it's giving me summertime vibes back in my childhood when we used to be like migrant workers and out in the fields and watching those sunsets and just being with my family and being like, yes, we were out there working our asses off, but at the same time I was with my family, and nature's just beautiful. That's the whole vibe it's getting right now, like very peaceful, very like emotionally fulfilling. 10 of Wands. Having had like a burden or very big struggle getting to this Sun energy, but 10 of Wands, good thing. Why? Because it's like the end of this cycle of struggle when it comes to attaining more of these moments. Because obviously nobody's life is ever going to be 1000% the Sun energy. There'd be no growth that way, but experiencing more, like with this new beginning that you're having, this new start, wanting, I feel like you're going about it the right way. Based on what you've experienced in the past, like having all the knowledge to be able to approach new situations, whether they be career or relationship, in a different way. I feel like you have the tools at like this time you have like this secret GPS map to lead you directly to your sun card. This was an okay reading. I know it's not really like promising you anything, but I feel like you're in the right direction. Like I said, it feels like you have all the tools that you need. And there is some stagnant energy in there, but I feel like you're actively working to like rid yourself of anything that might be on your end at least contributing to any of that, okay? So that's what I got for you, pile number 2. If this resonated, first and foremost, please subscribe. I keep on forgetting to like say that at the beginning of the videos. Damn. But anyways, subscribe, do me that favor, send me that energetic love. Like, comment if you feel comfortable doing so. Until we vibe again. Pile number 2, I forgot to pull you an advice card, so hopefully you haven't left yet. Pile number 2. Alright, we have think on your feet, fox spirit. So something about to pick up pace. This feels like fire energy. I feel it's like a guidance to be prepared. I'm not sure for what, but be prepared for anything is what I'm feeling, okay? But this is a good thing. This is not like, oh, you gotta be on the lookout. This is just like, just be prepared because life might start speeding up is what I'm getting. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this Tiger's Eye as well as this deck, then you are at your reading. So you're going to know if this is your pile. If you... I laugh, but it's not funny, actually. Pile number 3. Five of Swords energy came out. It's like the energy of being... I don't know. Five of Swords energy is one of those that always like leaves me confused too, especially on different decks. And this one I feel like there was some sort of like mind games being played. In a situation, I'm assuming this person in the forefront of the image would be your energy. So like I played a few games, but actually like I lost a few of my swords. Like a few of them didn't hit. In other words, it ended up costing you something. It's not cute energy. I'm not gonna lie. Pile number 3, or this is opposing. Flip it. If you feel like you've been or you are in a situation in which a person was playing mind games with you and ended up losing in the long run because, yeah, somebody walked away from them. Look how they're looking back at the person and they're just like, oh shit, I thought that they were gonna fall for that. All right, so if that resonates with you, this is your reading. I'm not gonna lie, pile number 3. I tried shuffling and pulling your cards, but then I was like, that's not fair. I was gonna try to rush through yours since I like overwent time purposes on pile number 2. The Ace of Pentacles kept on wanting to pop up when I first, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give pile 3 the option to see their cards come out. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles kept on wanting to come out, which was just weird to me. Well, not weird, but it always surprises me when, like, collective energy is really on point, because the first 2 piles had the Ace of Pentacles come out in their readings. And I thought it was funny that it popped out twice when I was shuffling your deck right before I recorded. Let me get one more, please. One more for pile number 3. Okay, that one came out with some force. It's the 2 of Cups. Okay, love heavy in your energy. Love that's going up in flames, perhaps, because it almost flew into my candle. Whew, it's a fiery feeling. Just kidding. Oh, yeah, it is confirmed. We have the Lovers here. Oh, I have to cover up her, like, you know. It sticks out. She's one, you know, sticking out, and YouTube's like, no. So, the Lovers, the Chariot, the 2 of fucking Cups. Sorry, I'm excited. Yeah, that fire, the 2 of Cups trying to go up in flames, and then, yeah, this is like twin flame reading AF. I would have been mad, though, pile number 3, if my card actually had gone up in flames in that candle. I would have blamed you. Just kidding. All that passion you got. I feel it. Don't think it's a secret. Just kidding. This Star card here. But the dominant energy is that freaking 5 of Swords. Come on now. Of course there's a challenge. The twin flame connection. Am I shocked? No. Clarify. Chariot, please. Wanting movement, or maybe acting on movement towards this person, towards passionate. We have clarity with the King of... There's a lot of dominant masculine energy coming out here. Very heavy masculine energy in your reading, pile number 3. Either you probably resonate with masculine energy, or there's somebody who's like heavy in your energy. 444 I just saw on my time thingy. Yeah, there's somebody in your energy, if it's not you, that's like really heavily thinking of you. I wouldn't be surprised if the Devil card popped out just now. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Whoa. The King of Swords. King of Wands, King of Swords. Heavy, heavy passionate energy. Even the Star right now. Star usually doesn't give me. Star, if anything, gives me like healing vibes. But Star right now is giving me passionate vibes. You know how they say like that blue flame is like the hottest part of the fire? That's what I'm getting from the Star card right now. It's giving me very like blue flame vibes. Like intense heat. This is the part where I get sweaty. Just kidding. The moon. The moon and the star. Okay, let me sit with this for a second. Okay, that was like literally 2 seconds. Actually, there is like a good balance. There's a good balance in feminine. Literally, these 2 cards are the feminine energy. And then these all feel very masculine. There's a lot of fire. Strong, solid masculine energy, but also very solid feminine energy here. So yeah, that just confirms to me that this is a twin flame connection. I do want to confirm the 5 of... Please clarify the 5 of Swords situation. What the hell is going on? 5 of Wands. To confirm the situation, which is just like, yeah, there's chaos here. Okay, thank you for clarifying that there's chaos there. I already knew that. We have the Queen of Swords. Something, what is that about? Oh my god, the 7 of Swords. These are literally all the cards of like chaotic, kind of like deceptive, kind of like sneaky, like games vibe. Either you or this person was not being real. The 5 cards give me that like, I don't know. I also sometimes like get the, as well as like getting images or whatever, I will like see cards from some of my decks. Right now I got like deception. From the Lover's Oracle card, the one with the like, she looks like a geisha and she's wearing the mask and it says deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this connection. I keep seeing that card. So, I feel like you or this person was not being your real authentic self and it backfired. There was a reason, obviously. There's always a fucking reason why these people choose to show themselves in that way, and it's usually to protect themselves because they are vulnerable. But in this case, it was not a good decision. It led to chaos. If you resonate with the feminine energy, I'm going to say that you definitely recognized the false mask. It may have been sudden. Let me get one more card just to clarify the Queen of Swords, because I don't want to like be talking out of my ass over here. Queen of Swords, please. Yeah, that is the same energy. Tell me that's not the same energy. Bad bitch, I'm about to cut you. Yes, okay. Let me just continue with the rambling out of my ass. If you resonate with the feminine energy, I feel like the masculine energy was the one presenting themselves in this mask, which doesn't surprise me. This is all masculine energy, right? All this swords, all this roughhousing, all this nonsense with weapons. Yeah, that's masculine energy. You saw through that. It may have been sudden. I feel for some of you it was very sudden, in which you cut through the bullshit. That's my Queen of Swords vibe, right? I cut through the bullshit. So recognizing that this energy was going on, that there was a false mask, that this person wasn't really even showing you the real them, and feeling the need to just cut the damn cord to restore balance. Why? Because if you're going to present yourself as the Queen of Swords, she is that vibe of somebody who is going to show up. She's going to show up and she's going to be exposed. She's going to show her true self. She is going to reveal her true thoughts, her true feelings, without any flinch about what the other person might think about what they have to say. She's authentic, okay? So if I'm going to do my part as the Queen of Swords to come forward and show myself, which is not an easy thing to do, to get yourself into that energy, right? It's a vulnerable position, yes, which is what I said. This person showed this false mask because they were trying to prevent themselves from being in a vulnerable position, which they felt showing up as their true self would do. It backfired. Why? Because Queen of Swords was showing up in her authentic self, and I feel like when she suddenly realized the mask was being worn, yeah, she had to cut it really quickly. What is the purpose of me showing you myself if you're just going to show me a mask? I'm not interested. No. Show me your true self or stay the fuck away. You're about to get cut. Literally, that's her vibe. Like, tell me it's not. Especially this one back here. Like, come on. She's like, don't fuck with me. Take the damn mask off or stay the fuck away. Like, yeah, that's literally the vibe. That's what's going on here. All right. The rest is history. The rest is all that twin flame lovey-dovey shit. You know, wanting to be in your true self, wanting to provide this king stability of passion, wanting to connect on a very deeply spiritual, deeply emotional, vulnerable position together, which is what the Two Cups is. It's surrendering. It's surrendering your masks. It's surrendering your egos even, and connecting at just a deeply spiritual soul level in which you don't have to pretend anything. Okay, that's what the Two of Cups is really connecting on a deeply soul, spiritual, loving connection, and one which you both share unconditional love for each other. And that's only ever attained when you're able to show your authentic self, which is why most people don't get to feel that type of love, to be honest. Which is why most people don't get to feel that type of love, because they're not willing to put their masks down. Not even for people they marry. Yeah, in fact, most people put masks for people. I saw 1212. Most people put their masks on. Like, from what I'm seeing now that I'm starting to socialize a little bit more, they put on an even bigger mask for the person they're married to, which is craziness. How are you sharing a life with somebody who you are wearing a mask with? Wearing a mask for? No, no, no. I want no part in that. Just kidding. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. All of this twin flame energy of wanting that, like 10 of Pentacles, come on. Wanting completely fulfillment, wanting having all the value that you can put on a relationship, on a family, on a connection. Deep, intense passion. Movement forward in all aspects of life, like having dream fulfillment with star energy. Like, yeah, that's all good stuff. But what's going on up here is not good stuff. And I mean, twin flame reading AF, just saying. Pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3. So either you're the feminine energy or you're the masculine energy. Advice for you is nothing is wasted. Okay. So, regardless of the situation, where it's at, even though this person may feel like I screwed up, which they did, you can't blame them, right? Because everybody's are where they are on their journey. And if you are incapable because you've not experienced putting the walls down, taking the mask off, and exposing yourself in a vulnerable position, you can't grow from there, okay? Like, everybody has a starting point. So having that acknowledgement that whatever this person experienced with you is going to teach them something that they can definitely grow from. So nothing is wasted, right? In this situation. Same thing with you. If you're the feminine energy, likewise vice versa. What the fuck? Okay, please tell me y'all heard that. Because apparently nobody else did. Anyways, yeah, nothing is wasted. I know I'm hearing something. What the fuck? Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it. Ignored. Where was I? If you're the feminine energy, same thing. Like, there was something to be learned, which, I mean, yeah, that would like extra confirm the twin flame journey. Is that when experiences like this happen, both people are learning lessons, and it's not just one or the other, okay? They're both acknowledging where it is that they are. Why? Because they're reflecting to each other where it is that they are. All right, so yeah, that's what I got for you, pile number 3. If that resonated with you, please subscribe. More than anything, shoot some awesome energy my way. I appreciate those of you who already have. Like, comment if you feel comfortable doing so. Until we vibe again, loves. Hi, pile number 4. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this deck as well as the Obsidian, thank you. We're at your pile. I already shuffled and got your overall energy slash mesh. Okay. I can't speak. You're just gonna have to telepathically listen to my reading today. JK. Alright, Knight of Wands literally came out in every single of my piles in this reading, okay? I don't know what's going on with this flighty ass energy. Like, Knight of Wands is cute and all, like, every now and then, because it's like, oh, like this burst of passionate energy that just suddenly makes its way into your life. But at the same time, it's like, okay, as quickly as that little burst of energy came in, it's fucking gone, which sucks, right? Knight of Wands energy is cute, like I said, sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's nothing stable. It's nothing long term. And it ends up leaving you feeling like, wait, what? Like whiplash. What was that just happened? If that resonates with your current energy or your current situation, then pile number 4, you're at the right place. All right, so let's see what we got for you. I'm going to pull like just a few and then I'll clarify. There's 2. No. This is like repeating energy. Isn't that crazy? I've been a tarot reader for a very long time. Obviously, YouTube, no. YouTube's newer, even though I did try YouTube before and was on it for like 6 months. But collective energy is no fucking joke, okay? I just have to say that. 3 of Swords. I think it came out in 2 different piles already in this reading. The Star definitely came out in the previous 9 of Swords previous also, or the second pile, I think. No, it was pile 3. Yeah, it was pile 3. You might resonate with pile 3. Yeah, the Sun came out in pile 2. Collective energy, I tell you. It amazes me is what it is. Like, I like to be shocked. I like that feeling. And I've done it to myself lots of times where I like pull tarot cards and I swear, like, I will shuffle the entire thing and I will like ask the same question again and I'm just like shook every single time. I am very easily entertained, as you can tell. Clarify the 3 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor. Is this a love reading too? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Everybody's obsessed with love. Just kidding. It's my fault. It's my fault too. Queen of Pentacles. Under the Star. That's my feminines. My feminine energy. 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, so that also came out and has been coming out. This moving away from 3 of Cups. Is there a third party situation here? It would explain the 3 of Swords. I don't like that. You know what? That I've been asked this, like my sister asked me before about like, ooh, do you ever get like shy to like tell people like if bad stuff comes out and all this stuff? And I'm just like, to be honest, like, she meant like cheating, like like if their spouse is cheating or something. I was like, to be honest, like I've never actually I don't get those energies. And I don't know if it's because me, like personally, like, oh, that's touchy for me, the whole cheating vibe. So I prefer to not have to tell anybody that sort of information. So maybe I myself am like blocking it out. Long story short, pile number 4, this is not if if not the first time, then one of the first times that I am getting that vibe. And not necessarily cheating, okay? It doesn't have to be cheating, but it just feels very like gray area. Very gray area. The Magician. Manipulative energy. And you see, that's another thing. I usually don't ever see the Magician as manipulative energy, but I'm seeing it here. With the Three of Cups, somebody trying to manipulate a situation and you're sensing it. There's the Nine of Swords. That anxiety, you're feeling manipulated. You're feeling like somebody's playing games with you. Well, yeah, that would explain that Knight of Wands energy where you're just like sort of like, what the fuck? Like, what was that? Came in so sudden, was gone. What was that? You thought, or how this situation originally presented itself. Ten of Pentacles, something that could be very fulfilling. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is. Sorry, I always have to do that. My tongue just like turns into cement every now and then it just like turns back to normal. Seeing the life together, seeing the future, seeing happiness, seeing children, seeing a home, seeing, yeah, every day. You're my all day, every day. That's the 10 of vibes. 10 of... I just renamed the 10 of Pentacles. We're just going to go with that. Scratch 10 of Pentacles. It's now known. The card is officially the 10 of Vibes. I'd crack myself up, I swear. This is why, like, I have no problem being alone. I think I'm so entertaining. Okay, I need to stop. Somebody needs to control me because I will not. The Emperor, the Sun. The Emperor, the Sun, the 10 of Pentacles is all giving me the same, like somebody stable, something solid, something secure, something that's long term, something that's fulfilling, something that's very like fertile for all sorts of possibilities. Yeah, good stuff. But then the reality is there's a lot of like hiddenness, and I feel like that just naturally comes with this deck. I'm not even gonna lie, it has this like very mysterious, very like dark vibe to it. So if you're attracted to it, that's probably part of like your energy. Just very like hidden, very to yourself, doesn't share a lot with others. But anyways, that's like a whole separate thing from this reading. We have the Three of Swords, the Star, the Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, walking away, Three of Cups, manipulative, potential third-party situation. I mean, it makes sense. I don't feel anything's confirmed. I feel like you suspect. I feel like you suspect that there's a potential manipulative situation that's causing you. You may have walked away with the Six of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, you did. And that would be collective energy too. There was other energy of walking away. Let me clarify. Because I feel like Six of Swords, Queen of Pentacles is the same. Like knowing your worth. Queen of Pentacles, that's who she is, right? She is somebody who is fully sustainable, has a lot to offer. Very grounded, very loyal. She's beautiful also, just saying. Added feature, but knowing her worth and walking away with these swords. But let me clarify that energy really quick. It was definitely a heartbreaker, hard feelings. It feels like complications, stalls. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, that's wanting reciprocation. Okay. So not willing to accept anything less than a balanced situation. In which this was not. This was a false situation. Look, even there. You see how the person in here, like, the scales were originally balanced with coins on both ends, which would be a valid, heartfelt, reciprocal vibe. In this case, this person has removed the gold coins, and instead of offering their part of the scale as balance, or like as actual value, something actually in value, they like tricked you. And there's that manipulative energy. Yeah, they like tricked you by putting some of these like books in there. We're offering something to make you think that your scales were balanced, but the reality was that it was a false offering. Okay, yeah, this feels like this similar energy. Like, why is everybody getting played? That's what this energy feels like. Or at least you're in the impression, or there's a collective energy of being under the impression with the Knight of Wands came out in every single pile, if I'm not mistaken. The Three of Swords came out in like 3 of them. Yeah, the collective energy is under the impression, or for sure. But I feel like in this case, there's nothing confirmed. This is just a feeling that you have, that you've gotten played. And it's the same energy in all of them too, like feeling like there was something there, like this, having this underlying feeling like this is it, this is the one, this is my everything. But and then like coming to the realization, like there was some falseness there. There was something being hidden. Like I said, that's what felt in this energy. Something that's being hidden that's not really like in the other one. It was like a false mask. In this one, it just feels like a lot's up in the air. I feel like there was such a gap because it feels hidden. And sometimes when people leave us like in the dark about what's really going on, basically they're not communicating with us about what's going on with them. And if they don't, then they leave all the possibilities open in your mind, right? Because if you have no idea what's going on, why they're behaving or pulling away or being very Knight of Wands energy, hot, cold, you can create a million stories in your mind about why this person might be. They could be having lots of women every single night, you know? They could just have lines of women waiting outside their door, for all you know. That's a potential. What's the other potential? That they could have just been playing you the entire time and just been pretending to get some gold out of you, but they had no intention of ever offering their gold. That's a potential. They're trying to control you and the situation with this evil magician. Like, those are all potentials if you don't know what the hell is going on, right? So I feel like that's what this pile feels like. The other piles felt a little bit different, like slightly. But this one specifically feels like it's just like the unknown. It's very mysterious why certain things happen, but there's a feeling that you have of underlying something that just doesn't sit right with you based on this person's action and choices when it comes to you in this connection. Okay, let me get you advice. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I like when you subscribe. Oh, this is a cute little armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. If you feel that this person was able to get through and you were able to offer them something without them offering you something genuine in return, this is a message about setting healthier boundaries. If you feel like potentially this person has a whole ass another relationship, situationship that you have absolutely no like confirmation of, like for example you just have the feeling of it but this person's never confirmed nor denied this to you, this is a message about setting healthy boundaries with that situation also. Okay, regardless of what the situation, if you feel manipulated or tricked on some sort of end, same thing, message about setting healthier boundaries. Specifically with this person, yes, set healthier boundaries, but also just in general. Okay, armadillos got their little hard shell. I feel like your shell's a little bit softer than the armadillo. So yeah, just harden your shell just a little bit, not too much. Let's not get crazy, but just harden it just a little bit, okay? That's what I got for you, pal 4. All right, until we vibe again, loves.